Buongiorno, I'm here again in Venice with my friend Monica Cesarato.
Ciao a tutti, hello everyone.
She is a blogger and a writer who writes really a lot about Venice, and I think that her blog is one of the best resources for information on Venice, and she's so passionate about it. So you invited me to come and check out this incredible market, which
Yes.
I have never even seen an artisan market like this before, and
Yes.
I think that what we both are passionate about
Yes.
is Venice and trying to show people how to understand Venice in reality and not the tacky touristy part.
Yes.
Because there is a real soul to this place if you can find it. So I thought we'd do a little walk and talk. Show me
Yes.
around a little bit.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I want to start first with my favorite artist of all.
Okay.
I mean, not just because she's my best friend, but because she is the heart and soul of Venice. She's done so much work, I think, for the city. She's actually the vice president of the association for the committee for the safeguard of Venetian beads, and they managed to actually present them as candidate to the UNESCO. So I think that's very important,
Yeah,
you
that
know.
is.
And I would like to start with her.
Okay.
So this is Marisa.
Okay, yes.
Okay, let's go with this. This is Marisa Convento. And she's an impiraressa, but I'll let you explain who she is and what the...
Allora, my work is about stringing beads with long needles like this, and this was a traditional work made by many women in Venice between the 1800 and the 1900. The so-called impiraresse in Venetian, which translate into bead stringers, were occupying themselves in stringing the little beads that afterwards were sent in this way all over the world, to the colonies of Africa, America, and even to the Amazonian forest.
Okay. And I was telling them you are the vice president of the committee.
I have the honor of being the vice president of this committee that has listed has presented a full dossier of the art of making the beads and the art of making with the beads to the Commission of UNESCO for asking the insertion of the intangible culture of the beads among the immaterial goods protected by UNESCO. And this is going to probably happen in 2020.
Wow, that's incredible. Some of these beads are just
See, the
gorgeous.
making of the beads, it's really a very old and important history in Venice. We have been doing beads in Venice for centuries and centuries. For how long is the history of the actual glass making?
These are in glass. That is glass.
gorgeous. Yeah.
And you can see all the different types of beads that have been produced in Venice for centuries, since the 1400. Like, for example, the rosette, this type of work that is also called chevron as well. And these are used by dignitaries, kings, important people, even today in Africa, because to wear a rosetta, it's a sign, it's a status symbol. It's a way of demonstrating that you are an influential, an important member of your community. And these beads are even considered magic.
Wow.
So we are talking about not only a mere ornament, but a talisman that has, magical properties. So if you are a shaman, if you are a medicine man, you wear the beads because the beads gives you power.
And New York.
New York in 1626 was actually purchased by the Dutch. At the time, of course, it was called New Amsterdam, not New York, for $26 of this type of beads.
Wow.
The chevrons.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about the land where Manhattan is today. That was property of the Indians Lenape. The Indians Lenape sold the land for beads and fabrics.
And in Venice, you have many ladies. You have a difference. She's a impiraressa. She's a lady that makes a jewel. Well, back in the old days, they used to string the beads, but now she makes these beautiful jewels. And then you have the lamp bead workers, the perlere. They are the people that actually, with a lamp bead, make the beads. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's, but it's really interesting if you go to Vialano Murano, you can see some of them still working. You can take classes, like you can take classes on bead stringing as well with Marisa.
There are different type of works that you can do with the tiny beads. You can embroider, you can string with wire. For example, these coral branches are made stringing with the wire.
Okay.
And you can, of course, string with the needles and the thread, so that you obtain
And you can see,
necklaces.
you can
you can make
Wow,
appliques,
those are
decoration.
gorgeous. Look at
And
this.
this is only one of the many things that can be done. And the work that is done here in Venice and in Europe in general, it's not much difference from the work that is made, for example, in Africa. Because in Africa, the people of Tanzania and Kenya
with the Venetian beads.
make
Venetian
their
beads. Wow.
own, very
Yeah.
important outfit for the ceremonies
Yeah.
out of the Venetian glass beads. And they really do take care that those beads are still Venetian even today, because the Venetian beads have colors and shapes and textures that are considered sacred. They make part of their own culture, so they cannot be substituted with something different. It's a
And
religion.
then you
Well,
can
these are
see.
absolutely beautiful, and so I'm definitely going to be buying some earrings here. But how can the people watching me get in contact with you to be able to take a class or see your work? Where can they find
can
you?
simply go online and digit my name, Marisa Convento, www.marisaconvento.it, and they find me. They find me everywhere. They can even write bead stringer or impiraresa. They find me
Venetian
immediately.
Dreams.
Or Venetian Dreams, which is the name of my little company.
Okay.
And they find me everywhere because I have worked a lot on communication, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident they find me easy.
And
Excellent.
then you can see she's wearing this beautiful shawl.
And this is
That
the traditional one.
a typical traditional Venetian shawl as the women used to wear it, and is is actually handmade by a lady there that right now she's Sabrina.
So we're gonna continue on our
Yes.
walk and talk here of the artisan market, because this is such a special event. I hope that it happens more often, but I wanted to introduce you first to the bead maker, because I've met her before and she does some interesting things. So marisaconvento.it is how you get in touch with her. I think I want to come back and take a class on bead making.
Oh, you
and bead
should. It's
stringing.
beautiful.
So
It's
maybe
really
that'll be the
interesting.
next adventure. Maybe you can do that too.
And also you should take a class on how to make them.
And how
I
to make
took
them,
one
exactly.
and it's terrifying. At least it was for me.
So, more from
Okay.
Venice in just a few minutes
Okay.
with me and Monica Cesarato as we explore the crafts of Venice.
Okay,
Ciao.
ciao.